It's filling up in the stand. Sheriff Center, the Hawaiian FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. The UCLA Bruins coming in ranked 25th in the latest ABCA coaches poll, taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, ranked 17th. Bruins 3-1 on the year. The Wahine off to their best start since 2012 at 5-0, and the Bruins serve first to get this rivalry match started, and Nikki Taylor, their first attempt, sends it just wide. UCLA strikes first.
Nikki Taylor with only one blocker up. She's been putting those down at about a 90% rate with only one blocker up.
Leading the entire tournament in kills per set. She's at 5.24. Here she is, a second try. Blocked and roofed. And it was Jordan Anderson out there, a 6-foot junior from Flower Mound, Texas, the transfer from West Virginia, where she was a first-team All-Big 12 selection and is now the leader in kills per set for UCLA. So good timing on the pickup there for Mike Seeley. Here's Kalei Greeley for Hawaii. Misses wide, and 3 straight hitting errors for the Rainbow Wahine to get this thing started.
You might say not a great start. They got some pretty good passing. Granado's passed a couple right on the money, so they've been in system, right? Another one on the money.
Here's Greeley. And now UCLA will be able to go into transition for the first time. And it is Jordan Anderson, sent it long, but there was a touch. And so UCLA off to a 4-0 start here in the opening set.
Dave Shoji's going to be forced to call an early timeout if the Bruins get too far ahead here.
Zana Muno, the 5'10 freshman, continues to serve. She's the starting setter for UCLA. And finally, Nikki Taylor able to break through for the first Hawaii point. Nikki Taylor has just been magnificent through the first 5 matches of the season.
She really has been. She's been carrying the team on her back, so to speak.
A tough jump serve that forces the overpass. Greeley will get the swing, and one-handed in the air by Muno. Hawaii with a chance now. Here's Taylor from the back row. In. Caught Muno somewhat in between. Wasn't sure whether to let it by or not. And ultimately, it's a Hawaii kill and point.
Boy, Nikki Taylor brought some major heat on that swing. One blocker up. She went down and took the cross-court shot that she was given. Another great serve by Nikki.
Targeting that deep corner. Left side, this is Haley Lawless. And she could not get a good contact on that one. A redshirt junior standing at 6'3" from Tempe, Arizona.
Set just a little bit wide. Lawless can't catch up to it.
So 3 serving 4. Right back come the Lady Bows. Here's Anderson, the dink. Emily Maglio.
Kalei Greeley, both of them 6'2" and 6'3", a big block. Biggest team this Rainbow Wahine squad has ever seen. There's 2 of the bigger ones right there.
Averaging 6 feet across the roster for the first time ever, this Rainbow Wahine squad. Here's Lawless, big swing this time. Good contact up at the net, so the dig by Granado, and then Taylor from the back row. They were waiting for her. Jenny Frager up along with Lawless. Big middles for UCLA. 6'5" Jenny Frager and 6'6" Claire Felix. They will be rolling the middle portion of that net.
They're good. They're both very good blockers, good offensive attackers.
Served by Carly Drolson. Greeley, the big wind-up. Diving save by Taylor Formico. Now from the right side, it's Lawless. So we got a big violation on the Hawaii side of things. UCLA point.
Looks like it was on Emily Maglio.
So again, Carly Drolson, one of the seniors on the squad, slaps it over. Perfect pass by Granado. Put over on the second touch by Higgins. And that was well-timed and placed.
Something that Taylor Higgins has not done a whole lot of the last couple nights. Normally she's a pretty offensive setter, but the last couple nights she hasn't been doing that. Maybe, just maybe, she didn't want Mike Seeley to see it, so she could pull out the offense tonight and catch the Bruins by surprise. Who knows?
Senior Taimon Olevao rotates into the front row for Hawaii in place of McKenna Granado, who's getting her second career start on back-to-back nights. And the big swing by Riley Bushler, standing at just 6'1", somewhat undersized, but she's got some hops. The sophomore from Del Mar, California.
leads the team with 5 aces.
Also averaging about 3.5 kills per set. Here's Maglio from the middle. Saved by Muno. So a bump set to Bushler from off the net, two-handed in the air by Greeley. Kahakai will set up Taylor from the back row. Dug up nicely by Muno. It's going to be Muno taking a swing. Greeley there for Hawaii. Here's Manole Val. That one was a little tight to the net, and UCLA was all over it. Haley lawless with the high hands.
Higgins knew as soon as she let go of that ball, the ball was not set in the right spot. It's very tight to the net. Nowhere for Manu Olival to swing.
Frager with the serve for UCLA. Here's Taylor, solo block, but dug up by Drolson. Bushler through the hands and down. Ragged start here for Hawaii in this rivalry matchup, the championship game of the 2015 Hawaiian Airlines Wahine Volleyball Classic. Both teams coming into this one 2-0. Greeley sticks the pass. Manole Val up the elevator, gets roofed for a second time. It was Claire Felix getting the gist of it, and Dave Shoji is going to signal for a timeout. The Bruins have Hawaii doubled up early in the opening set. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Chris.
UCLA hit 300. They won 56 straight matches when they hit 300. And for Hawaii, precise passing. They stay in system, get the middles involved. They take pressure off Nikki Taylor.
UCLA up 10-5. Dave Shoji forced to signal a timeout. So first play out of that break, and it's Emily Maglio pumping one into the back row. What would you attribute, perhaps, to this somewhat listless start for Hawaii?
Yeah, I think that, playing the evening match is part of it. Struggling with the two opponents more than UCLA struggled, and UCLA was way more efficient. UCLA was home in bed when Hawaii was still finishing up their matches late at night. And I think that, those are a couple of factors that I think could lead to the slow start.
But you would expect the Rainbow Wahine to sort of ramp this thing up as we go along.
I'd be very surprised if they didn't ramp it up.
Claire Felix with that last kill on the slide, and Rachel Inouye, the senior out of Kailua and Punahou School with the serve. Nikki Taylor dug up nicely by Jordan Anderson. But it'll be a free ball? No, it won't be. It would have been a free ball, but Bushler couldn't bump it over the net, and it's a free point for Hawaii. So here comes Taylor Higgins. Had the hot serve going last night. 4 aces against American University. Here's Bushler on the quick pin set. A quick offense for UCLA. It is a staple, and right now they're up a handful as Bushler puts it down.
Yeah, this is a good serve by Taylor Higgins. The only problem was she got it to Taylor Formico, maybe the best passer for the Bruins.
Here's Manole Val. Oh my goodness. That was a crush by the senior.
Boy, she got a hold of that one, didn't she? How about the celebration as well? One-on-one, she sees the angle open, does a little cheerleader splits there.
That's about as much emotion as you will ever see from Tai Manole Val.
That was pretty fun.
Got it in the sweet spot. 8 serving 12. Diving pass by Inouye. And Anderson able to fly in on what was a bit of an ad-libbing play. And Jordan Anderson, who is not only a good jumper, packs a punch, but she is a very smart, sometimes sneaky hitter from the outside.
And she reaches very high contact point when she hits the ball.
Kahakai, the diving pass. Here's Greeley over a double block. Popped straight up in the air by Inouye. Bushler had her back. Free ball coming for Hawaii. Miscommunication there, so they have to send a freebie UCLA's way. Advantage Bruins. Anderson hits it long, no touch up front, and Hawaii able to dodge a bullet.
Boy, caught a break there. Anderson does not hit a whole lot of balls out. Last night, 16 kills, 1 error. Hit like 484.
Here's Claire Marie Anderson. We got 5 Punahou alums between these two teams here tonight. Anderson, one of them. Emily Maglio in the middle, looming large against Jenny Frager.
I think there's 3 on the floor right now. Anderson, Granato, and Higgins.
inside. Clay, stay inside. Help her out.
But you still got Rachel Inouye on the UCLA side. Anderson off the block and out.
We know Jordan Anderson going to hit cross court. There she showed us some range, like hitting tooling the block and going down the line. Rachel Inouye, by the way, her father Sid played both basketball and volleyball for me back in the heyday.
Here's Maglio from the middle. That's a great dig by Formico. Free ball for Hawaii. Higgins, the jump set, high and away to Greeley. Into the twine it goes. And UCLA back up by a 5-point pad. Hawaii hitting -0.95 right now, Chris, as a team, compared to 176 for UCLA. Here's Greeley with the pass. Taylor, opposite side, and she gets blocked. Well, UCLA has been formidable up front as expected, and right now they've put together their biggest lead of this opening stanza.
And what's got to be frustrating for Hawaii's hitters is they seem to know where the ball is going to go. Obviously, Seeley and his staff have really got Hawaii well scouted, to say the least.
Set tight to the net, so a little pitter-patter. Now Maglio puts it down left-handed style.
The other thing is when Hawaii does get the ball past the block, UCLA's back row was playing some pretty good back row defense. So both lines of defense for UCLA playing quite well.
Here's Nikki Taylor behind the service line, 11 serving 16. Kendra Kelsch in for Taylor Higgins at the setter position. Lawless blocked, saved by Formico. Bushler second touch. Turns into a pretty decent set there for Lawless. Now a joust at the net, and UCLA wins. They're going to give that one to Haley Lawless.
Hawaii in control most of that rally. Nikki Taylor put up a great serve. Again, unfortunately for Hawaii, it went to Taylor Formico, and she put up a dimer right on the money.
How about the bump set by Riley Bushler in the middle of that sequence?
Yeah, terrific bump set.
Here's Greeley off the double block. Now Lawless from the opposite side pounds it off the hands and down. UCLA's got it going on right now, Chris. They're up 7, 18-11. They're getting a lot of touches. They're digging up a lot of balls. They're looking very sharp. Dave Shoji, seeing this, signals for another timeout. Welcome back. The series record is sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts, and this is a long one. It goes back many decades. This is the 73rd time they played, in fact. Hawaii leading the series by 2. Last meeting last year, September 12th. And UCLA pulled off the sweep, but it was about as close a sweep as possible. 25-23 twice, and then 27-25 UCLA in the third. Hawaii with the advantage here. Maglio didn't get a full swing. Muno with the dig. So Formico sets up Lawless on the opposite side. Diving save by Granado, but to no avail. And UCLA increases the lead.
There's a difference right now between these two teams is that UCLA's hitting. They're getting a touch on the block. Hawaii is, but not picking up in the back row, whereas when Hawaii does the same thing on the other side, UCLA picks up those plays just like that.
But Maglio able to clean up the spill, if you will. I mean, that is the ultimate regulator when the block can put an end to things after a scramble play like that. Beautiful save by Carly Drolson.
Over fast, Kendra.
12 serving 19. Hawaii looking for a run here. Bushler the dink, and it's not covered. First 2 nights of this tournament, that was a bit of a soft spot for Hawaii, covering those soft shots.
Wasn't here. Right there, Taylor playing a little bit too deep. And the tip drops.
Greeley with the pass. It's tight to the net. And it's going to be a UCLA point, as they're going to get Kendra Kelsch for going up, trying to make the set. And Dave Shoji's going to argue his point. They're going to replay this. So Dave Shoji's point was heard. And the officials agreed.
And they thought that Kendra Kelch was the back row player. She's in the front row.
And Taimon Olivao, definitely a front row player. Able to get Hawaii to the 13 mark.
Taimon Olivao finds the seam. It's over that big block. 6'6" Claire Felix. She's a tall one.
And Savannah Kahatai coming through with the ace. Much needed there for the Rainbow Wahine. Well, last year was a similar scenario, right? UCLA jumped out to the early lead in the opening set. Hawaii was able to make it close, and it was pretty much neck and neck from there. See if they can continue to get closer here in the first. Not if Haley Lawless continues to do what she's doing. That's her 5th kill on 9 swings. She's hitting up near 400.
Great pass from Riley Bushler that time. The Bruins pass well, and they're in system. They're as good as any team around, I'll tell you. They got the size, the speed, they got the arms.
Here's Inouye with the float serve. Kelch sets up Mano Olivao, pumps it long, no touch at the net. Bruins by 8. Short serve there, and it's fielded by Olivia McGill. Here's Taylor on the D set, dug up by Anderson. Now Bushler is able to just shove it by the Kelch offering on the block and down. And UCLA gets to 23.
Bruins can seemingly do no wrong. Everything they're touching seems to be gold. Hitting .280 right now. Hawaii hitting negative .065.
Really kind of shanks the pass. Taylor will slap it over. Bruins again in system. Step out goes to Felix. Puts it down. It is aloha ball for UCLA. They are up double digits in this first set.
We talked about UCLA being the most efficient team in this tournament so far, and they're clearly demonstrating that efficiency right now.
Uncharted waters here so far in 2015 for the Rainbow Wahine. Hitting negative numbers and not able to yet find any suggestion of an answer.
I think Dave Shoji's coaching prowess is going to be tested clearly between sets 1 and 2, and he's got to come up with maybe some changes or light some fires, take your pick. But it's been positioned by committee all year long anyway. Maybe he'll just dive into that committee and start other people, throw some different faces at the Bruins.
Kelch still out there at center. McGill getting her first kill on her first swing. Felix the dink. Hawaii keeping it alive. Here's Greeley from the back row, off the block. One-handed to the net, and McGill puts it down. So that's an area where maybe Hawaii can get something going, is the Olivia McGill factor.
Yeah, she can really make a difference up front. And Hawaii tends to score more points when she's in the front row than any other time.
16 serving 24. Inouye the pass. High left side. Here's Bushler. And it goes off the block and out. And UCLA ends that opening set. It was a Bruin blitz to start this championship match of the Hawaiian Airlines Wahine Volleyball Classic. 25-16 UCLA with the early advantage on the home team, Rainbow Wahine.
Big Island Candies, the perfect place to find the perfect gift. Visit them at their flagship store in Hilo at Ala Moana Center or online at bigislandcandies.com to see their amazing selection, including delicious chocolate-dipped shortbreads.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Even the little ones with a look of possible concern after that opening set. Haley Lawless, she was more like Haley Flawless in that opening set.
She really was. She was blocking, hitting. She had 5 kills, only 1 error. There she's sitting down in the middle, hitting 444. And Ronnie Bushler, same thing. She's got 6 kills. She's hitting 444 as well. Getting it done in all sorts of ways. Down the line, cross court, tip shots. Bruins on fire.
How about some of these numbers for Hawaii hitters? I mean, this is kind of unheard of. Nikki Taylor, 2 kills. She's hitting negative 154. Taimon Olivao, 2 kills, hitting negative 200. Calais Greeley, 0 kills on 8 attempts, hitting negative 250. Chris, what's going on?
Well, I think it's more Bruins getting the job done than it is Hawaii playing poorly, because the Bruins have been putting up solid blocks, and they're playing terrific defense in the back row, out-digging Hawaii 16-6. When was the last time you saw Hawaii get out-dug by double figures after the first set? I can't remember the last time when.
But it starts in those numbers so much with the touches at the net, and UCLA seemed to just get at least a fingertip on everything Hawaii was bringing across.
Well, Dave showed you he's going with the same group that started the game, so I guess he doesn't feel like it's the people who are on the floor. It was a lot of it, again, was UCLA. Hawaii's just got to play better. There's finally a touch in the block that's dug.
And McGill got the touch on the dump shot, and she'll get the set in the middle, and she'll put it down. So a positive start for Hawaii, and a good vocal display there from the setter, Taylor Higgins, as she was imploring her teammates to try to ride some momentum here early.
Well, Hawaii much better start in case you missed the start in first set. Hawaii went down 0-4, down 10-6.
Ended up losing the first set 25-16. Here's Bushler. Denied access. Olivia McGill next to Nikki Taylor.
Dave showed you being very patient with his first group that just got wiped out in the first set. Showing confidence in them. Now they're paying him back.
Well, he has seen them play much better than what they showed in that first set, as Higgins sends it into the twine. So maybe it's just a matter of what you were talking about, a little earlier start time, playing the late games the previous two nights. Maybe that first set was just an entree.
Yeah, now maybe getting a fire lit under them.
Granato popped it straight up. Kahakai sets up Greeley from the back row, dug up by Rachel Inoue. Step out goes to Felix, and it wasn't there. Hawaii able to get a freebie. So McKenna Granato will serve once again. Again, making her second straight start tonight, as they have run that dynamic of Granato in the back row, time on Olivao in the front row. Anderson, a little push there. Dug up by Higgins. Now Taylor from Kahakai finishes the job. Hawaii up 4-1.
Again, Hawaii getting the touch in the block and making the dig in the back row, converting in transition, something they did not do in the first set. Nice set by the Farrington grad, Kahakai. Taylor finishing as usual.
Oh, that one tickles the tape. Inoue somehow gets it up, and then the bump set to Anderson. Granato the dig. Chance for Hawaii. Here's Greeley. High hands and down.
Greeley picks up kill number 1. When was the last time we saw her go goose egg and kills in the first set? Never.
Yeah, that might be a career first. Pass by Formico. Step out. Felix again had to adjust her steps. Kahakai sniffs it out. Taylor on the opposite side. Hard angle. Dug up by Muno. And Bushler will two-hand it over. Free chance for Hawaii. Greeley. Inoue able to pop it up. Anderson will get a swing on it. Kahakai there. Here's Higgins to Greeley. Blocked, kept alive by Taylor. Where does Higgins go? To Greeley a third time. Diving save by Bushler. Now Anderson from the outside. Gets it down on the Hawaii side of the net.
Well played. Rally on both sides. Rachel Inoue popping up the ball in the back row for UCLA. Here's the finish by Anderson. You know, she made a terrific bump set in the middle of all that. What an athlete she is.
Formico the serve. Here's McGill in the middle. Oh, she just levitated for a quick moment, surveyed the floor, and then nailed it down.
It's one of the things that she does best, is she uses that hang time to take a look at where the block is. Block is taking her angle, so she goes the wrist away. Smart play.
3 kills on 3 swings. Make that 4 kills on 4 swings for Olivia McGill. And then the block showing up for Hawaii. Emily Maglio and Nikki Taylor. And you know what? We're just going to go ahead and tag that one the Fujitsu Air Conditioning Cool Play of the Match. Hawaii had the block party, remember? A couple of nights ago. Well, it might not be a total block party just yet, but it's good to see that there are some people ready to get down. Hawaii up 5. Olivia McGill, 4 kills on 4 swings, 0 errors, but right now getting worked on by Renee Shigemura, the trainer for the Rainbow Wahine, getting a little tape job on that right knee, it appears. Hawaii up 5 here in the second set. Anderson denied again. Taylor and Maglio 6-4, 6-3 respectively.
That's a formidable block that Hawaii's putting up right now. 6-4 Taylor, 6-3 Maglio.
Kahakai, tough serve. Pass by Inoue. And then the block on Frager. And that's going to go in the books as another stuff.
Did the party start? Hawaii wasn't invited to the party the first set, I guess.
Well, right now it's a two-person party. It's Maglio in the middle, and it's Taylor on the opposite side. Hawaii flipping the script here between sets 1 and 2, hitting .444 in this second set. UCLA hitting -273. Anderson diving save by Granato. Greeley, great second touch, and we play on. Anderson a second time, hits it wide.
The stand share center has come alive. Biggest crowd of this whole tournament, and they're just loving the play by Hawaii. Look at this play, popped over by Kahakai. She didn't have much room to work there. Maglio up to take the tip, and Anderson hits out. A rare error.
Service error, meanwhile, for Savannah Kahakai, but a good run as Hawaii is able to rip off 5 straight. It's 3 serving 10. And Zana Muno out of Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks, California with the float serve. Maglio in the middle, dug up by Muno. So Formicove with the bump set to Lawless. High hands and down. Lawless has been very formidable here early.
I like your comment that Lawless has been flawless.
Just about.
She's really playing well. Out of Tempe, Arizona. 13 matches a couple years ago. 20 matches she played in last year.
Yeah, she's sort of been stricken with the injury bug for the good portion of her collegiate career as Nikki Taylor gets stuffed at the net. Jordan Anderson along with her net mates.
Kyra Rogers.
Here's Taylor again, hard angle off the block, saved by Muno. Set goes to Lawless. Maybe not totally flawless, missing wide, and it's a point for Hawaii.
Only her second error in 11 swings.
So 11 serving 5. Here's Nikki Taylor. Good serve. Anderson with a good pass, though. Tipped over by Rogers, and it works. Kyra Rogers entering the match. A 6-foot freshman from Roseville, California. Has played sparingly thus far for UCLA, but providing a little bit of a boost there.
This one-handed set right here could have been called, I think, a lift. It looked like it stuck there a little while, but not to be.
6 serving 11. Maglio. Oh, she dropped the hammer, but Formico dug it up, and then a great second touch by Drolson. Here's Greeley. Off the block, right there is Bushler. Middle set, goes to Rogers. Hawaii keeps it alive. Greeley a second time, nudges it to the middle. Diving save by Drolson. Put over on the second touch by the setter, Zana Muno. And a savvy play by the Frosh.
What a great little side set dump there. You know, she didn't jump very high. She wanted to make sure she stayed below the height of the net because she's a back row player.
Drolson the serve. Renato has to set up Greeley, come flying in from the line. Able to pick up her own block. Now Granato from the back row, dug up tight to the net. Joust at the net, popped up by Rogers. Little ping pong battle at the twine. And a free ball coming Hawaii's way. Higgins, jump set to Greeley. Knuckled down by Maglio. Good improvisation by Mags. And Hawaii up 5.
Good thing Maglio was engaged in the play and not just watching the swinging of Granato on the outside. She was very alert there and tapped that ball down. A less alert player would have had that ball drop on their own side. Would have been point for UCLA.
Greeley slaps it over. Here's Bushler, big swing, but Greeley two-hands it. Now Manu Levao hits it wide, no touch up front. So a point for the Bruins. Time on Olival. What a match she had last night. 8 kills on 11 attempts, 0 errors, and a career-high 727 hitting percentage against American University.
It's a big, big number. She needs another number like that tonight to beat the Bruins.
Taylor from the back row. That's another one that Hawaii would benefit from if Nikki Taylor can get going.
Taylor right now only 4 kills, and she's got 5 errors to go along with it, so she's still hitting negative. Unfamiliar territory.
Exactly, negative 0.56 to be exact. Here's Bushler. The block was late. She took advantage. That quick offense paying dividends. And what do you think about the chutzpah of Mike Seeley, the 6-year head coach for UCLA, of course, former associate head coach under Dave Shoji here in Hawaii between 2006 and 2009. But what do you think about the chutzpah of putting a true freshman out there at the center spot? And that was a change made a couple matches into the season.
Yeah, it was a gamble, but you know, Mike Seeley, hard to question some of his tactics because you got to remember he was the NCAA Coach of the Year back in 2011 when they won the NCAA championship. So I wouldn't argue with too many of his decisions, especially the tactical and technical ones that he's so good at.
Honor Olival hits it into the pin, so McKenna Granado comes in to replace her. It's 10 serving 13 as the Bruins working their way back into this one. Higgins called for a net violation. Takes away what would have been a Hawaii point and a Higgins kill, and now UCLA within 2. Dave Shoji signals for a timeout. We'll take a break as well. UCLA are right back in the mix.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
Welcome back. Rachel Lenoy with the serve for UCLA out of the timeout, and Nikki Taylor with the kill out of the timeout. Point Hawaii.
It's basically just what the doctor and the timeout ordered. Stop the bleeding.
5 kills now for Taylor. She's flatlining it right now, but working back at least towards positive numbers. Here's Bushler. Gets it down in the back row. That was a tough set from Muno, and in fact, a few moans drawn from the crowd here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Thought that maybe she jostled it just a touch, but turned out to be a perfectly placed set, and Bushler knows what to do with it. She now has 8 kills. Sends that one just long, though. A point for the Rainbow Wahine. Riley Bushler, Pac-12 all-freshman team member last year. One of 4 graduates of Torrey Pines High School, which is, I guess, to UCLA what Punahou would be to the Rainbow Wahine, right? Yeah. Speaking of Punahou, McKenna Granado, the Punahou alum, with the ace.
Pretty much a volleyball machine down there. 3 of the players played high school together. Bushler, Frager, and Drolson all played on the Torrey Pines High School team.
One just missed. Good decision back there in that deep corner by Bushler and company. So Taylor Formico will serve 13, serving 16. This is how close that one was. Granado the pass. Higgins has to chase it down. So a free chance now for the Bruins. Middle set, that goes to Rogers. Diving save, Kahakai. Great second touch by Granado. Still the advantage, though, for the Bruins. Anderson! Blocked and roof by Nikki Taylor. Solo style.
Nikki Taylor all by herself out there on the outside. Here we go. Scramble play, though. At the end of the scramble play, Bruins have a free ball, and Nikki Taylor brings home the bacon. Great block.
Anderson again on the outside by the double block this time. Goes line. Is able to handcuff Taylor Higgins down there.
And Anderson unafraid to go down the line again and challenge Nikki Taylor that time. Anderson off to a bit of a slow start, still hitting negative. 5 kills, 6 errors.
And a service error by Zana Muno. Not a good time for that one from the Bruins standpoint. And it'll be 18 serving 14. Nikki Taylor back behind the end line.
Let's see if Nikki Taylor can keep the serve away from Taylor Formico.
She does. It's Bushler, but she comes through.
10-foot line pass, though.
The dink by Lawless. Granado from the back row. Returned by UCLA. Higgins goes outside to Greeley. The dink. Formico had it covered. Now back row to Bushler. Finds the end line, and a great job by UCLA to turn the advantage, turn the tables, as Hawaii seemed like they were leaning on UCLA in that sequence.
There's Bushler hitting out of the back row, hitting that pipes out of the back row, catching that back line. Bruins did in transition what Hawaii could not.
Taylor has to two-hand it over. Again, a little bit of a breakdown in transition for Hawaii. Here's Bushler, the dink, diving save. Taylor knuckled over by Maglio and then pounded down by Haley Lawless. Haley Lawless averaging just 1.3 kills per set coming into this match. But she now has 7 kills, hitting .385 tonight.
Lawless won 4 high school state championships when she was in Arizona. That's pretty amazing.
And Carly Drolson with the "Thank you very much" ace. And UCLA has cut it down to a single point. Timeout taken by Dave Shoji. Hawaii led by as many as 8 in this second set, but back came the Bruins, Chris.
Playing some solid volleyball right now, and you know, they've been relying on Jordan Anderson the last couple of nights, the transfer from West Virginia. But tonight, Anderson's been blocked a little bit more. She's hitting negative right now. And Riley Bushler and Haley Lawless have really picked up the slack. Lawless has got 7 kills, hitting .385. Bushler 9 kills, hitting .375. How about Muno? Leading them in assists, also in digs. She's got 11 already.
Yeah, not bad for the true Frosh. Let's take a look at tonight's Jack Fact. The UCLA-Hawaii rivalry, 42nd straight year playing at least one match. Look at all the 5-setter marathons. They've gone 4 sets a bunch of times. Hawaii with the 2-match overall advantage. But UCLA making its 36th consecutive trip to Honolulu. And Mike Seeley says, hey, look, perennially, this is just as good a test as we could draw up on our schedule. And that's why it's important for the Bruins to keep coming out here. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Thanks, Kanoa. Well, during the timeout, head coach Mike Seeley telling his team, stick to the game plan. One player that's familiar with Seeley's coaching is on the Hawaii sideline. That's Nikki Taylor. Nikki Taylor was actually recruited by Seeley and played for him in the Imi Ike Volleyball Club. So despite being gone for 6 years, Mike Seeley's imprint still being felt here on Manoa. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Annie Mitchum inserted into the match for Hawaii out of that timeout. Here's Greeley. Big swing, big kill off of the fingertips.
Block well formed because the pass was on the 3-meter line. Taylor Higgins really only had one place to go. Here comes Ty Wahine hoping to regenerate some of her offense.
She's hitting negative .429 so far. Here's Greeley. Pass by Formico. Outside, this is Bushler. That was high heat. Missed wide, but they're going to call a touch at the net, much to the chagrin of the Rainbow Wahine. They vehemently disagree.
Taylor Higgins says that she did not touch it. It doesn't look like there was a touch there.
Ira Rogers now serving for UCLA. Back to within a point. Here's Mano Leval by the double block. And down. That must feel good for Ty.
She shows no signs of being down about playing not as well tonight as she has the past couple of nights. She's playing as if it's 0-0 and she's bringing it.
Here's Claire Marie Anderson to serve for Hawaii. Gets it in. Pass a little tight to the net. And it's going to be a net violation called against Muno. So you can give that one to a large degree to Claire Marie Anderson.
Like she forced she had a serve that forced a bad pass too tight to the net, forced the net violation, as you said, by the setter.
So Hawaii back up 3, 21-18, and Mike Seeley this time calling for a timeout. Mike Seeley, who, as we mentioned, of course, a former associate for Dave Shoji at UH from 06 to 09. He succeeded 6 years ago the great Andy Banikowski, who was at UCLA for 43 years. And, well, Mike Seeley picked it up and was able to lead the Bruins to a national title in 2011, their first in 20 years at that point. But he goes back to a place where he was one of the great setters in the history of UCLA men's volleyball. So Mike Seeley just seemed to be a perfect fit. He did have to cut the very wonderful shoulder-length hair, but you know what? He looks just fine.
He looks great in the tie. One of the reasons he likes to come over to Hawaii is that he gets to get back on his surfboard. He loves surfing.
Yeah, it's not always about volleyball for these coaches when they come out to the islands, that's for sure. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3. This one will be Hawaii career assists. Of course, Hawaii, the long lineage of fantastic setters, and Kanoe Kamana'o would be among those at the top of the list. And she, in fact, tops this list. Martina Sincerova, Robin Amo, now Robin Amo Santos in the number 3 spot. And Robin, of course, now a member of this University of Hawaii coaching staff. There she is, sort of shuffling with some paperwork on the side of her chair. There she is. Good look at Robin.
She adds so much to that coaching staff in so many ways, bringing her 3-time Olympic experience to the table.
You know, Dave Shoji doesn't overtly declare any player the best he's ever coached, but every once in a while it'll kind of leak out when he refers to Robin Amo Santos as the best Rainbow Wahine ever. There's Manole Val, the dink. The dink by Bushler. Batted around on the Hawaii side and slapped over by McGill.
How about that play? How unlikely was that the Rainbow Wahine would win that particular point? They're on their heels the entire rally. Awkward, in doubt.
22 serving 18. Anderson trying to keep the pressure on. Step out goes to Felix. Anderson sniffs out the dink. Taylor, hard angle, misses wide.
Marie Anderson with 3 tough serves, 2 digs, playing quite well in her run across the back row there.
Kendra Kelch was out there for the last couple sequences, but Taylor Higgins inserted right back in. It is 19 serving 22, and how apropos, Rachel Inoue, who played for the great Peter Balding at Punahou, back to serve. And it's an ace. Was likely to be an out ball, or at least it was going to be close.
Yeah. Both coaches out of timeouts. Players got to win it now.
Really the pass. Here's Manole Val. They need it. She gets it.
She just powered that thing through. There was no finesse in this shot. This is all muscle, all power. Field goal, if anything.
Higgins with the serve. 23 serving 20. Great pass by Inoue. Step out to Felix. Right where no Rainbow Wahine were in that back row. Claire Felix, the 6'6" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So imposing.
She was a fab 5th year when she was in high school. So rangy at 6'6". Long limbs.
Entered the match hitting .442 on the season. She's hitting .500 right now. Taylor dug up by Bushler. Anderson winding up, uncoiling off the high hands. Right there's Kahakai. Here's Taylor against the double block. Is blocked. Higgins pops it up. Kahakai then sets opposite side to Manole Val, who gets through by Jordan Anderson. And look at the Bruins down a single point yet again.
Well, Hawaii had a pretty good rotation here if they can get a good pass.
Manole Val delivers that pass, gets the set against no blockers.
I'll tell you what happened there, Canoa. It was a perfect pass. And UCLA thought the set was going to go to Olivia McGill. So they committed on her, leaving no one to block Tai Manu Olival, and she delivered big time.
Aloha ball here in the second. Hawaii trying to draw even. Granado the serve. Felix on the slide. Oh, that was an absolute bomb from Claire Felix off of one leg. And Taylor Formico back to try to tie it up.
This is a little bit tougher rotation for Hawaii. They got Taylor on the right, McGill in the middle, and Taylor Higgins, the other front row player.
Oh, not a good first touch. Greeley from off the net, off the fingertips, Formico the save. Outside it goes to Anderson, the dink! Diving save attempt by Granado comes up empty, and UCLA has tied it for the first time in this second set at 24.
Great play by Anderson to keep that ball in the court, not trying to make a hero swing.
Higgins, opposite side, the Taylor, hard angle, is out!
Block was well formed. Nowhere for Nikki to go except cross court, and she just missed it.
And after Hawaii led by 8 at one point in the second set, it's UCLA serving for the set. Greeley, the dink, one-hand save Formico. Anderson from outside, pumps it wide, and we are all square at 25.
Does this look like deja vu all over again from last year's scores, where every set was 2 points?
Maglio subbing in for Annie Mitchum, and Savannah Kahakai to serve. She's got an ace in the stat column this season. Pass by Inouye. Oh, the set was a little off, so a free chance here for Hawaii. Higgins, high and away to Greeley, through the block and down.
Taylor Higgins knows right where the small blocker is for UCLA. That was Muno, and Khalid really also knew where the short blocker was.
Aloha ball again for Hawaii. Bushler pops it straight up. Muno has to chase it down. And then looked like she bobbled the set. No call. UCLA now with it. In the middle, it's Frager dug up. Taylor.
And look at these fans. You think they're getting their money's worth? What a finish to the second set.
A 3-0 run by the Rainbow Wahine to win set 2. It is all even, and now it officially feels like Hawaii and UCLA again at the Stan Sheriff Center. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics, Chris.
Well, the first thing we see is the kill percentages highlighted. Bruins hitting .217, Hawaii 091. That's Hawaii didn't. They hit, I think, negative in the first set. That's why that number is so bad. But both numbers offensively not very impressive. Those aren't going to win national championships or even league championships. Both teams have got to play better offense. But you know what? The defenses are pretty good. UCLA 33 digs so far. That's almost 17 a game. That's more than they normally get. They're only getting about 14. And Hawaii not getting as many as they normally do. They got to play some better defense if they're going to win this contest.
Seems like it was starting at the net for both sides. When UCLA was getting all of those touches on everything that Hawaii had to offer across the net, they were getting the great pop-up digs. They were getting into their system. Hawaii kind of turned the table in that second set.
Exactly. Hawaii started picking up more of those touches off the block and played much better transition offense. Olivia McGill got in the game. Start getting more sets, 5 kills, no errors. Liv's playing well.
And because McGill, as well as Emily Maglio, got a little bit more involved in the offense, let's segue to how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. This is what can work when the middle is looming.
You're right, Kanoa. UCLA thought that set was going to go to McGill, so they had 2 blockers committed to her. Watch 2 UCLA blockers go up with it. They definitely thought McGill was going to get the set. And I think Taylor Higgins got to get a lot of credit here. Going back to her buddy, Taimano Olival, who had no blockers up. Smart play.
Yeah, maybe as good a vista for Taimano Olival through the net as she's had in her career.
Yeah.
And she was able to pump it down. But we are knotted at 1 apiece in what is possibly turning into another vintage classic UCLA Hawaii battle. Taimano Olival, nobody fooled on that one. They had 2 blockers up. And this third set starts off with a roof. Jenny Frager in on that one.
Frager at 6'5", poses a huge block. The only place Taimano Olival could have gone was high hands.
Carly Drolson, though, sends the second serve long. And so it is 1 serving 1 coming up, and Taylor Higgins will get ready to punch it into play here for Hawaii. Jump serve handled by Formico. Here's Bushler on the outside, blocked. She'll get a second crack at it, dug up by Higgins. Kahakai calls it, sets KG in the back row, and Greeley comes through.
I call that a KG set. Again, much better defense by the back row. Picking up the touch off the block, and KG delivering at the end, hitting the pipe out of the back row.
2 serving 1. We're tied at 2.
I think Higgins trying too hard there to avoid Taylor Formico on the other side. Formico is such a good defender, such a good passer. Former freshman of the year when she was at UCSB when she was a freshman.
Higgins high and away to Taylor over a double, blocking down.
Boy, Taylor Higgins had to get on her track shoes that time to chase down that pass. Put up a really good one for Nikki Taylor, who went inside the block and down. The one time she hits left side, she converts. I think that finally might put her at 0-0-0 for hitting.
Benna Granado coming in to serve for Taimano Olival and sends it into the twine. So we're tied at 3. A little seesaw matchup going on here in set 3.
Taylor Higgins had just missed on the last serve. So the next server really probably shouldn't be also serving. Bad momentum killer.
Rachel Inouye with the serve for UCLA. Good pass by Kahakai and McGill. Oh, a one-hand save by Inouye. The block on Anderson at the net, and then it's sent over Hawaii's side. Here's Taylor against a double block. Puts it down anyway.
Hawaii somehow scrambled their way out of that one. Rachel Inouye with a terrific dig in the back row to keep the UCLA rally alive.
Inouye entering the match second on the team in digs. Came up with a beauty there. Here's Bushler, dug up over the net by Granado. Step out goes to Felix. Two-handed in the air by Kahakai. Set up to KG. Finds the back line.
Not sure of the wisdom of that set. KG was caught up at the net, Clay Greeley, and she really did not have any approach at all. Maybe one step. She did a terrific job of just looping it over the block and on the back line.
5 kills on 24 swings right now for Greeley. And that was a pounding put on the set by Riley Bushler.
What an athlete Riley Bushler is. What an athletic family she has.
Yeah, it's in the genes. Bushler with the serve. Here's Taylor. Blocked, one-handed in the air by Kahakai. Higgins with the bump set tight to the net. The bump set Granado from the back row, and she hits it wide of the floor. So a point for UCLA. And Riley Bushler will serve once again, an Under Armour All-American at Torrey Pines High School. But her father, Judd Bushler, a former volleyball All-American at Arizona, and yeah, he went on to play 12 years in the NBA and won 3 world championships with that guy Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Anderson the dink. First touch was Greeley, second touch Higgins. The roll shot works for McKenna Granado.
I think that's the shot that Dave showed you wanted to see on the last play. I'm not sure he wanted her to take that full swing that she did when she hit it out. He wanted her to hit what's called a 0, just keep the ball in play. That time she did, and she gets the kill.
It's her 3rd kill this season, and it's 6 serving 5. Taylor deals innings out of the net.
Well, Hawaii's jump servers can really disrupt the other team's passing. Taylor Higgins and Nikki Taylor can really bring it. When they're on, they're really on.
Serving 5. Somehow UCLA able to get it to the net, and now they have control of it. Anderson from off the net, dug up by Taylor. Higgins high and away to Greeley. Good dig in the back row by Bushler. Anderson, a harder swing this time, but Taylor again there. She'll get the D set. Formico all over it. Anderson, one-hand dig Taylor. Bump set Higgins to Greeley. He didn't get all of it. Diving save Inoue. We play on. Anderson another time. Blocked. Formico covers. So the step out to Phoenix. Ill-timed. Hawaii with the point.
What a way to end a marvelous rally with a miscue. The rest of it was nothing but pure genius, defensive genius. Some great hits on offense as well. What a rally. Best of the night.
The Bruins and the Bows in business once again. And another scramble play just to get the ball across for UCLA. Maglio, the set was a little low, and she punched it long.
Probably the right choice to keep those middles involved, keep UCLA's middles honest so that they may commit a little more middle, leave the pins a little more wide open for Hawaii.
Formico serving for UCLA. Here's Greeley, the pass and the set. Two-handed in the air by Inoue. She's picking everything up. Anderson, the roll shot, diving save, Taylor. Maglio with the bump set. Kahakai sends a free ball down the line. Could have been an out ball, saved by Bushler. So a freebie now for Hawaii. Higgins on the second touch, but Formico had it sniffed out. Middle set, that goes to Frager. Hawaii in transition. And Granado is dug up by Inoue. Here's Anderson, hard swing, plugs it through the block and down. Another long marathon sequence. This time, UCLA comes out on top.
Winnable point for both sides. They each won and lost that point about 3 times that rally.
Overpass by Greeley, hammered down by Zanamuno, and we are tied at 8.
Oh, a center's dream to get that overpass and get a kill. Zanamuno licking her chops up front there.
Already the 5th tie of this 3rd set, and miscommunication as Hawaii goes ole on the serve. It is an ace, and UCLA vaults in front. Timeout, Dave Shoji. And there is Judd Bushler, the father of Riley Bushler, the sophomore hitter for UCLA. He, of Chicago Bulls fame, a 3-time NBA world champion.
He's probably got a few Michael Jordan stories, don't you think?
I would say so. Here's Greeley. High hands dug up by Bushler and then put over on the second touch by Muno. Veteran savvy move once again by the freshman. Got a few other VIPs in the house. The governor of the state of Hawaii, David Ige. President David Lassner of the University of Hawaii also here in the building. That's Drager, that's dug up by Kahakai. Taylor off of one leg, hard angle. Still got a pretty decent hit on it, but Inoue the dig. Anderson from off the net. How about that? Found the floor inside the 3-meter line.
What a shot. That set got away from Muno a little bit. Got way far to the outside, reaching back and hitting it inside, wristing it away. Jordan Anderson, what a tournament she's had.
This is a 6-0 run being enjoyed by the UCLA Bruins. Formico again. Really the pass. Kelsch inserted in for Higgins. Middle set Mags, and she pumps it long. So now we got Annie Mitchum as Dave Shoji turns to the reserves once again. She'll come in for Maglio. Largest lead of this 3rd set for UCLA, and we are seeing a seismic shift in the momentum taking place right now here in this match. Greeley had the stutter step, still finds that deep corner.
Question now is, can Hawaii get any offense generated after this avalanche of points by UCLA? And now they've got Taimano Olival, Kelsch, and Mitchum in the front row. Nikki Taylor will be hitting the D ball out of the back row.
And serving 12, Inoue had a little trouble with that first touch. Hawaii has the advantage. Where does Kelsch go? Step out to Mitchum. Dug up by Inoue. Muno goes to Anderson on the outside, two-handed in the air by Mano Leval. Kelsch, D-set to Taylor. Formico all over it. From the back row, Bushler, the dink, blocked, but a net violation called against Hawaii. And it's a point for the Bruins.
Called on Annie Mitchell. She net, it wasn't much, because there's a lot of ball up there that was also contacting the net.
In fact, the Hawaii players expressing their displeasure in that ruling for a moment. Kelsch on the second touch, diving save Muno. So the set from Frager, and Lawless is dug up. Now Greeley from the back row, popped up by Muno. Formico bump set to Busher from the back row, got a touch up front. Manolevau's second touch, Kelsch with the swing, and she rips it long. That was Kapakahi all the way.
Yeah, her last decision there to hit it hard, I think she thought there was going to be a block up. That's why she swung hard. An easy swing would have kept the ball in play and might have gotten a kill.
So UCLA by 5. Taylor, again, not the highest quality first touch. The dink by Manolevau, saved off the block by Mitchell. Taylor has to adjust the run-up and is still able to just laser it by that double block. That was pretty nifty.
Yeah, see how she moved her feet. Good footwork that time because the ball was set inside. A nice little shuffle step. Then a step, close, gather.
Yeah, that was surgical. Claire Marie Anderson with the serve. On the other side, it's Jordan Anderson, hit it into the net. Aren't exactly career numbers for the two top hitters for both teams. Jordan Anderson hitting near 0-0. So is Nikki Taylor for Hawaii. Dragger dug up by Anderson. Now Taylor from the D set position. Lawless, soft shot, dug up by Taylor. Kelsch goes high and away to Manolevau against a solo block. And Muno finds that deep corner. How about that play? On the second touch, a two-hand pure set into no man's land for the Rainbow Wahine.
See, look at her face there. She's going, whoops, I think I got away with one there. Really says she thinks it's out. I thought it was going out, but Muno touched it. But it catches that back line. Brilliant play by the athletic freshman setter.
4 kills for that setter, Zana Muno. McGill applying the tourniquet, if you will. That's now 6 kills for Olivia McGill on 7 swings, Chris. 0 errors.
She got her job done in the front. All she needs is more sets.
Right now hitting .857.
Yeah. Feed her more. Feed her more.
Taylor Higgins kind of lofted that one just a tad. Here's Bushler through the block. That's a formidable block as well between McGill and Taylor. Didn't matter for Bushler. She's going off right now. 13 kills for her.
Well, she leads all Bruins, hitting almost 400.
Taylor, the first touch. Higgins sets up Manolevau from off the net. Hard angle. Oh, that just missed the sideline right in front of a diving Muno. So UCLA, as Hawaii was able to close the gap a little bit, extends it back to 5 and has a little bit of breathing room here at this all-important juncture of the set. Frager sends it long. And just what was needed from the Hawaii vantage point. We got a freshman sub coming in for the University of Hawaii. Casey Castillo, the 6'3" frosh from Oceanside, California. Coming into a pivotal moment in this match. In what is always a pivotal match, Hawaii and UCLA.
Dave shows you obviously has a lot of confidence in her.
Felix, always confident off one leg, able to crush it through the block.
Castillo with a good service. She stepped up and ripped it, barely made it over the net. Very tough to pass. Now she's being left in to be a primary passer with Kai and Greeley.
Chance for Casey Castillo to earn some stripes tonight, huh?
Watch the serve go to her.
It does, and it's an ace. You called that one.
Dave showed you he's got one timeout left. He might want to use it pretty soon here.
The ace by Inouye. Here it comes again. Again to Castillo. Handles it this time. Middle set McGill off the fingertips. Formico covers. step out to Felix. The timing has not quite been there on that slide, and Hawaii benefits from another miscommunication.
Well, Mike Sealer was reminding us before the game that it's not even 1 month. It'll be September 9th. That's 3 more days until these players have been together. And so he says, we got to be patient with them. There's going to be misconnections like this, especially with a freshman center.
The connection there that time, though, and Muno pointing right at Claire Felix, saying, all right, we got it that time. And Mike Seeley saying, hey, look, there's no preseason. We lose in our second match by way of a sweep against LMU, which is a great system team. He says, we just got to learn. We just got to take our lumps in the early portion of the season and figure it out.
Formico again with another terrific dig.
Here's Taylor against a solo block, and she eats it up.
Taylor Formico starting to really roam that back row and pop up a lot of hard-driven Rainbow Wahine spikes.
How about Inouye with the diving pass? That was a beauty, and Anderson goes off the block and out. Between Inouye and Formico, UCLA has had that back line covered.
Yeah. They played very well, giving UCLA more and more opportunities to run an offense that's in system and to get more second chances for the hitters after they make digs.
Greeley goes off the high hands and down.
Really, after hitting negative much of the first set, all of a sudden now has got herself back well into positive numbers with 7 kills. Hitting $161.
Time on Olivao back in for Hawaii, replacing Castillo. Hawaii down by 5. Greeley gets it in. Here's Anderson, had the time to jump the dink. Right there was Olivao. Higgins. D-set to Taylor. Didn't get a huge swing on it. And taking advantage was Jordan Anderson. What do you think about that one right there, Chris?
It was a rare non-swing by Taylor. Nikki Taylor. I really was surprised with that. I thought if she was going to hit the soft shot, I thought she could get it well over the block and down. But normally she swings, but she's only got 1 blocker there. That's a swingable ball right there. She wished she had that one back, I'm sure.
There's Olivao. That goes long. Line judge says no touch. And UCLA on the verge of finishing the deal here in the third. Largest lead of the third set for the Bruins. Timeout. Dave Shoji.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Straub.
Welcome back. Tied 1 set apiece, but UCLA a couple of points away from finishing up the deal here in set number 3. It is Zana Muno back to serve 23, dealing to 16. Greeley with the pass. The set goes to Olivao. Hawaii needs it, and she delivers. But a tall assignment here late in the set for the Rainbow Wahine. Claire Marie Anderson checks in to serve.
Good swing by the co-captain that time, tooling the line.
Sends it down the line and wide. That's just her second service error of the season. And it is aloha ball for the Bruins. Carly Drosen. Another one of those Torrey Pines alums. Looking to cap it off here in the third. Forces the overpass, and it is slammed down by Riley Bushler. Bushler now with a season-high 14 kills, and it serves as a punctuation mark to this third stanza. Bruins take it running away 25-17, and they'll have a chance to close shop in the fourth. When you look at the statistics, obviously neither of these teams really setting the world aflame offensively, at least as a team, but you have some individual strong performances on both sides. It's kind of come down to the flat-out defensive game, right? And UCLA has just been a little bit more sound defensively, even though Hawaii able to scramble to get that one across. Megan Huff in there here to start the fourth set. Now Bushler. Roof. Taylor and McGill
Bushler's had her way most of the night against Hawaii, but not on that one. Nikki Taylor and Olivia McGill doubling up, getting a solid block there, pushing the ball back down into the court. Great form, good penetration. Megan Huff, I think, being inserted to maybe give some offense to that left side position.
But the serve goes into the net.
Interestingly enough, Megan Huff normally plays on the right. She is the backup for Nikki Taylor. But Dave Shoji's decided, well, let's roll the dice here. Let's put her on the left. Maybe she can bring some size to the block at the net and some offense.
Serve by Jeannie Frager. And Frager delivers an ace. Jeannie Frager at 6'5". They keep her in to serve. Came into this match with 4 aces on the evening, or on the season. Gets her first right there of this match. Here's Greeley over the double block. The save by Drolson. Now the big swing by Bushler. High hands, and right there is Taylor. Middle set to McGill. It's clockwork. 7 kills on 9 swings for Olivia McGill.
Actually, Ryan, should you just inform me that we take a look at McGill putting this one down. Nikki Taylor's moving to the left. Megan Huff is taking Nikki Taylor's spot, playing the opposite position.
Here is Huff. Kept alive by Drolson. Bushler down the line. That goes off of Higgins and out for a UCLA point. What do you think about that move?
This is an interesting move. It's one that I actually like. I thought at some point during the season that I thought that Hawaii might go to that just as an experiment. I've seen Dave Shoji use it a couple times in practice, but it'll be interesting to see if it's fluid or not.
How about the save by Inouye in the back row? Bump set goes to Bushler from off the net. One hand diving save Taylor, but then the easy free swing for Muno. Point for UCLA. It's 5 serving 2, and we cannot say enough about the job of Taylor Formico and Rachel Inouye, the 2 defensive specialists for UCLA tonight. And the forced overpass on the Inouye serve, but Taylor able to dig up the swing, and Greeley from the outside. Hey, right there is Formico. Anderson from the back row. Another point for the Bruins, and they're off and running again here in the 4th.
One of the challenges of this lineup is that Nikki Taylor's got to pass a lot more.
Timeout, Dave Shoji. There's the look on the face of 41-year head coach Dave Shoji, trying to make some adjustments. This last one, putting Megan Huff in there and sort of tweaking the lineup with regard to Nikki Taylor. Bit of a radical move, certainly, at this juncture of an important match like this, but Nikki Taylor with the overpass, and UCLA takes advantage. Bushler with kill number 16, already a season high, in fact, closing in on a career high, which is 21, and UCLA by 5, Chris.
And Dave Shoji's got probably the largest lineup he can put out there, but it's a lineup that's not used to passing together, so the ball handling is a little suspect. So they gain size, lose ball control. And UCLA, right now, taking advantage of it.
Greeley misses wide. 8 serving 2. Here's Greeley against the double block, got blocked. Good scramble by Hawaii. Greeley sends a free ball UCLA's way. Step out, that's Felix, the dink. Diving save, Kahakai. Mitchum bump set to Greeley. Off the fingertips. Now Bushler from the outside. 2-handed in the air by Higgins. Bumped up by Taylor. Greeley, the dink. Inouye all over it. Pushed over on the second touch by Muno. And right now, Bruins can do no wrong on the Terraflex here at the San Sheriff Center.
Check Kahakai on this save right here. Just lays it out to keep the ball alive on her side. And Muno, how about her athleticism? Former Fab 50, also a great beach player. Placed 5th in the World Beach Championships one time. And in 33 years of doing this, first time I've read a media guide that a player has the same birthday as I do. Muno and I have the same birthday.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Different years, though, right?
Oh, no, same year.
Here's off the dink. Muno with the save over the net. Huff again, bigger swing this time, and Megan Huff was able to find the sweet spot on that set.
This lineup, I think, again, has potential if the ball handling comes together, ball control comes together, because it is a huge lineup.
That's the thing. I mean, Dave Shoji thinking about the long term here. So making a move that some people would say, hey, look, this is kind of a big move, pretty radical in a match like this, at a juncture like this, but it could pay dividends down the road as Taylor was able to finish on the pipe.
Taylor hit the pipe now instead of the D. That's a new wrinkle in Hawaii's offense. So preseason is a great time to do this. Clara Marie Anderson, look at that save by her. She keeps her serves in, gets great digs.
Gets the serve in. Step out to Felix. It was just a solo block attempt by Greeley, and Felix was able to overpower her. 10 serving 4 coming up for UCLA, and Riley Bushler hitting .353 with 16 kills and 8 digs. Certainly playing her way into all tournament consideration. That set a little too far in front of the line, so Taylor couldn't get a huge swing on it. Kahakai digs up the dump shot. Now Greeley off the block. Covered by Taylor, tight to the net, joust at the net. Won by Taylor Higgins. She's got a knack for those.
She does. She knows when to be the last pusher. That's the key. Not the size, the last pusher. Good net cam there to show it up tight.
So here's Greeley. That's not going to help things.
It would take a while for this particular offense, I think, to really gel. Dave shows you have to continue to tinker until he finds the right lineup.
And Nikki Taylor from the outside position, able to smack it high hands and down. Olivia McGill rotates into the front row for Hawaii. And Tatiana Ponce inserted into serve.
One of the good things is Hawaii's most prolific offensive attacker, Nikki Taylor, is now hitting 3 times from the left. So all the broken plays will go to her.
Good serve by Ponce, but how about the pass by Formico? Anderson dinks it deep corner and down. So smart. The court vision that Jordan Anderson exhibits. It's incredible.
2 years all Big 12 in West Virginia. And, Mike Seeley was lucky he was on the waiver wire when she decided she was going to go elsewhere when her coach left.
Started her athletic career basically playing soccer for 13 years. She didn't seriously pick up the game of volleyball until she was 15.
That's very unusual. Most players these days are committing to a college at age 15.
Here's Higgins. Hawaii trailing by a handful. Another net violation on the serve. This is the 28th edition of the Hawaiian Airlines Wahine Volleyball Classic. Hawaii has won the title in this tournament 11 times. But UCLA not far behind, 9 times trying to work on double digits. Solo roof put in by Jenny Frager on the Olivia McGill swing. First hitting error of the evening for McGill.
Frager led the Bruins in blocking last year with just over a kill block per set.
Tough first touch. Out from the outside, off the block. Right there is Muno. Jolson with the bump set. Bushler just missed long. Otherwise, it was a pretty sensational hit by Bushler.
Bushler has not made many mistakes. 35 swings tonight and only 5 errors. She's had quite a night, hitting .314.
Got a good look there at the always regal and stoic Mike Seeley. That might liven him up a little bit, though, as Nikki Taylor puts in the ace and Hawaii inches back to within 5. Yeah, Mike Seeley's demeanor on the sideline, he's
pretty mellow dude.
Pretty calm, cool, and collected. Here's Bushler, comes flying in, but the stuff by Huff.
Can you call it a Huff stuff?
Let's do it. Hawaii back within 4, timeout Bruins. they came in force here at the Stan Sheriff Center tonight. I mean, this is a pretty loaded arena, and they have been noisy, waiting for an opportunity to get even more hyped up. Hawaii down 4 in the fourth. Bushler blocked by Huff. Bumped over the net. Hawaii wanted a violation, nothing doing. Huff the swing, puts it down. Hawaii down 3.
How about that? First, we see a Huff stuff, then we see a Huff kill.
Now we see a Huff smile. Another bad pass forced by the Taylor serve. Higgins goes middle to McGill, the dink. Pancake save by Muno. Another chance for Hawaii. This time to McGill. A little bit lower, a little bit sweeter, and McGill hammers it home.
Do you feel the momentum shifting from blue to the team in white? Great pancake by Muno. What an athlete she is. And here's McGill with the final kill. You call that a McGill kill.
Lawless blocked and room. McGill and Greeley.
The block party that was so evident against Iowa is starting to come alive right now.
A 6-0 rainbow run. Formico with the perfect pass. Now Lawless from the opposite side ends the momentum for the moment.
Good swing by Haley Lawless, that time the 6'3" junior opposite. Nice. She had the block well formed, saw that, so just hit into area 6. Nice, safe top spin shot, making Nikki Taylor have to dive to get it.
And Seeley sends in Ryan Chandler, a redshirt sophomore, started her career at Pepperdine. Actually began the season as the primary setter before giving way to Zana Muno. Huff from off the net, soft hit. Right there's Drolson, so Lawless from the opposite side blocked, covered by Muno. Drolson with the bump set to Bushler. Popped up by McGill, but nobody had her back. And UCLA up 3. Crucial juncture of this fourth set right now.
Ryan Chandler did a nice job of keeping that serve in, giving the Bruins the momentum back.
Pass by Kahakai, chased down by Higgins. Sets up Greeley against the double block, and she's denied. The wall was up. Claire Felix next to Haley Lawless. That's 6'6" and 6'3" to try to hit past.
Might not be a bad time for Dave Shoji's final timeout, because he's going to wait.
McGill, net violation called against Hawaii. Point UCLA, and just like that, after Hawaii went 6 straight, UCLA has scored 4 in a row, and Dave Shoji will, in fact, use that timeout, Chris, as his team is back down by 5.
Olivia McGill follows through with her hand on the cable. She doesn't make many errors. I'd say she's a very high percentage player, so very unusual for her to follow through into the net like that.
You know, we've talked about the defensive numbers because I think there have been a few factors, but would you agree that maybe the primary factor in what has been the difference between UCLA and Hawaii tonight is simply that defense, namely Taylor Formico and Rachel Inoue in the back row for UCLA. They've totaled 64 digs compared to Hawaii's 50.
Yeah, I think you ought to add Zana Muno to that number as well. Those 3 of them, because Muno leads the team with 18 digs. Formico's got 14 and Inoue's got 12. But I think even beyond that, the passing, when Hawaii puts up some tough serves, UCLA's passing has been pretty darn good. Hawaii's only, I think, got 4 aces on the night. They've served well enough to get maybe twice that many, but UCLA's passers have been solid, led by those 2 girls right there, Rachel Inoue and Taylor Formico.
They've had to pull out the spatulas on several occasions here in this match.
In the last series, Carly Drolson came in as a back row player, and She had a couple serves drilled at her, and she popped it up right on the money. UCLA was in system during this recent run every single time.
UCLA preseason pick to finish 8th in the Pac-12 this year. There was some uncertainty. They lost a lot from a year ago. They went 22-12 last year, tied for 4th in Pac-12 play, lost in the Sweet 16. And among the players that are no longer there, Karsta Lowe, right?
Most valuable player in the country.
Now with the U.S. national team. Olga Stranzali, remember the fantastic player who transferred to Miami following a great first year with UCLA last season. And so there was some uncertainty.
Closer to her home country of Greece, I think.
Yeah. But there was some uncertainty, and here in this weekend, at least in the islands, UCLA has looked every bit as formidable as what the standard has been.
And no question about that.
Lawless, just a little excuse me hit, finds the floor. It's a 5-point pad, and Rachel Inoue back in to serve.
Block was there, but Lawless found this tiny hole in the block, and here comes Inoue in to serve. They score, I think it's the rotation where they score the most points is when Inoue is serving.
Here's Huff against a double block, was able to curl it in. The confidence is expanding before our eyes.
I've seen this actually since camp has started back on August 9th. Saw how Megan Huff has matured, how strong she got in the offseason, and how much basketball, I think, helped her with her footwork and her strength.
Here's Claire Marie Anderson. Formico handles it. It's an overpass put down by Annie Mitchum. A rare error on the service reception by Taylor Formico.
It might be the first one I've seen Formico make all night. She's been almost perfect. See if
16 serving 19. It's Inoue. Pops it straight up. Bump set goes to Bushler, and she has to just bump it over. Chance for Hawaii. Here's Greeley. Blocked. Kept alive by Anderson. Not a good first touch, though. The bump set to Greeley. High hands. Inoue has it covered. So Muno goes high and away to Bushler. Off the fingertips. Nikki Taylor back there. Now Greeley a third time. Dug up by Formico. Tight to the net. And it is going to be a violation called against the Rainbow Wahine. Greeley trying to go over an interference call.
I think it was Annie Mitchum was the one who reached over. Take a look at it. If the ball is entirely, look at this net cam, we'll see. Yeah, the entire ball was on the UCLA side of the net. Cannot interfere. You're right, it was Greeley.
So 2016 UCLA, Greeley from the outside, off the block and down. If Hawaii is going to make a move to push this to a 5th, they have to make it right now.
These are the hardest points to get. UCLA knows this. The points from 20 to 25 are the most difficult, and all the 25 points, the hardest ones to get.
Kendra Kelsch in for Taylor Higgins. Got to get these serves in. Muno goes to Anderson, the dink down the line, covered by Greeley. Here's Taylor. Oh, that was a laser beam.
And what a set from Kendra Kelsch. 35 feet across the court for Nikki Taylor. Taylor just bombs it.
13th kill for Nikki. It's a 2-point set. Greeley down the line, Inoue the pass. Muno goes step out. Again, it's missed time. That's about the 4th time that's happened, and Hawaii gets the 3-point.
UCLA has 1 timeout left. Hawaii with none.
Greeley gets it in. Inoue again handles it. They go high and away to Anderson over the block. Dug up in the back row by Greeley. Middle set, Mitchum, the dink. Inoue had it covered. Step out to Felix. Off the block and down. So as Hawaii was breathing down the Bruins' neck, it is that slide that worked for Felix, and UCLA back up a couple.
She runs a great slide. Most of the time they connect. Sometimes they don't.
Kelsch, she goes slide to Mitchum. Off the block, kept alive by Muno. Now Anderson against a double block, two-handed in the air by Anderson. Hawaii's Anderson. Here's Greeley, the dink, diving save. Muno doing it again. Bushler from the back row. Kill number 18.
What a swing by Riley Bushler. Here's the save up front. Another good Bruin defensive maneuver, and then Bushler makes it count. It's high and hard and in.
Taylor, they need it. Doesn't get it. Punched over by Higgins. Advantage UCLA. Anderson off the block and out. 23-19 Bruins. And after a Hawaii surge with Greeley at the service line, UCLA looking to run away and hide. A few moments will be taken to wipe up the perspiration off the Terraflex, but that has been the thing about UCLA throughout the majority of this match, is when Hawaii has made a push, when they have asserted themselves, UCLA has responded just about each and every time.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ebb and flow of momentum for both teams.
Anderson with the pass. Here's Taylor through the block and down, and Hawaii's not quite finished yet. And Katiana Ponce out of Moanalua High School back to serve. It is imperative that these serves go in.
She's going to try to serve, I think, Rachel Inouye. We'll see.
Goes to Bushler. Nice pass. High and away. Here's Anderson by the double block and down. And the Bruins can smell it. 1 point away.
What a high contact point for Jordan Anderson. She swings. It's almost like she can go over any block she sees. Earlier in the match, she was hitting the ball very low and tight. Got blocked a lot. Now she's changed her swing to make sure that she attacks the ball at a very high point.
Muno serving for the match. Pass by Greeley. Overpass. The one-hand set by Higgins. And McGill pounds it down. What a play by Taylor Higgins to keep Hawaii alive.
Very athletic move by Taylor Higgins. She had to get on the elevator and go to the top floor to reach that ball.
But they have to be error-free from here on out. Lawless, the dink. Right there is Taylor. Higgins will go to Nikki. Hits it wide. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. And a point for the Rainbow Wahine. UCLA was starting to celebrate. Instead, Mike Seeley will signal for a timeout.
I thought there was definitely a touch. You may see the replay here. Right there, yep, on the left hand. The left hand of Jenny Frager. And, you know, you didn't see Frager arguing. You didn't see any complaining. I think even Mike Seeley knew that there was a touch there.
But several Bruins players ran out onto the court, and they were ready to do the post-match huddle and mosh pit. But it will be delayed at least for one more serve.
Good timeout call by Coach Seeley to get his players calmed down and sort of get them reset so they can pretend like this is 0-0 and not a match point.
They just need a side out to finish the deal here.
And tonight they're siding out at about a 58% percentage right now. So Hawaii certainly has a, now it's not a great percentage, but you usually need between 68 and 72 to really be, to win a lot of matches. Tonight they're siding out at a 58%. So Hawaii's got a 4 out of 10 chance here of possibly converting.
The attendance numbers that we are getting from the University of Hawaii in the 8,600 range here at the Stan Sheriff Center, capacity just over 10,000. So a great crowd coming out to see this vintage matchup. But Hawaii still with some work to do, trailing by 2. They got to be perfect to try to force some extra points here in the 4th. Taylor Higgins the serve. Gets it in. The pass by Anderson. She'll get the set on the opposite side through the double block. Dug up by Higgins. Kahakai sets up Huck. Off the block right there is Anderson. The middle set not there. Hit long. Point Hawaii. And they are 1 point away from tying it up.
Boy, I give a lot of credit to Taylor Higgins getting that serve in after the timeout. And Hawaii just playing disciplined defense there.
Higgins gets it in. Formico, the great pass. Lawless through the block. Diving save. Can Hawaii return it? Yes! Anderson. It'll be a net violation against UCLA. Point Hawaii.
Mike Seeley's wondering, what's the call, Wayne Lee? Wayne Lee says, number 2, hit the net. You don't see Jordan Anderson arguing about it. I think Jordan knows. She did. Let's watch the replay here on the net cam. Nikki Taylor swings. And there's the net violation by Jordan Anderson.
And it may have been off of Anderson anyway with that left-handed swing by Taylor.
Correct.
We're tied at 24. McGill with the root.
Do you believe this? Do you believe this? Hawaii down and out. Brand new lineup. Struggling.
Well, believe this. Aloha ball in the 4th for Hawaii. Anderson off the hands and down. And we're knotted again.
Clutch swing by Anderson there. Ball was set a little off the net. She had to go backwards to get her feet adjusted and her arm swing. And this arena is nuts right now.
Higgins has to go high and away. Here's Huff through the block and down.
Megan Huff has spent most of the preseason just being ready to play for Nikki Taylor. Now she's got her chance.
And Nikki Taylor will serve to try to close the 4th. An improbable comeback to force a 5th set.
It's a free ball.
Great scramble by UCLA just to keep it alive. Now McGill, solo block by Frager. Are you kidding me?
I think Frager knew it was going to McGill on a good pass. It was definitely going to go to McGill because McGill's been Hawaii's highest percentage attacker. There's Frager going up, taking that cross court away, and we'll start all over again.
All square at 26.
Last time Ryan Chandler came in, she was a tough server, played good defense.
Nikki Taylor, Dave showed you, still wondering how that wasn't an ace serve. UCLA with an incredible job to keep that alive. Bushler sending it over, and then, of course, Frager, the solo roof. So here we go. Ryan Chandler to serve for the Bruins. Taylor with the pass. Higgins goes right side. Huff, block, kept alive by Kahakai. Here's Greeley from the outside. That's blocked. Greeley a second time. The dink. Right there is Bushler. Lawless. Diving save Taylor. Higgins to Greeley. Blocked and roof. Felix and Lawless. And it is UCLA who will once again be serving for the match.
Well, I had a chance to extend it right here. Look at this dig by Nikki Taylor, keeping it alive. Good pass to Taylor Higgins. Fine block by UCLA.
Just over the net. Higgins has to bump set Greeley from off of the twine. Roofed by Felix. And UCLA wins it.
What a match. What a finish.
Hawaii and UCLA entertain us once again.
We saw some great defense tonight. The way the match ended with some great digs and some terrific blocking. Amazing. UCLA with 13 blocks in the night, Hawaii with 12. So, and the digs, man. There were 73 digs by UCLA, 58 by Hawaii. Just some terrific defense on both sides.
Alas, the spirited comeback by the Rainbow Wahine falls just short in the 4th, and the University of Hawaii suffers its first loss of 2015. Let's check in with Scott Rops. He has Dave Shoji. Scott.
All right, thanks a lot, Kanoa. Well, Coach, that was a pretty exciting final set, but the bottom line is the Bruins won, and they were just better tonight.
Well, they were. Our lineup's in flux. We just can't seem to settle into a rhythm, and passing just not real good, and we can't get the middles involved, and we're making some really unforced errors, and not very good tonight.
You know, one thing you did, which we haven't seen in the first 6 matches, that you brought Huff in, put her on the right side, put Nikki on the left side. That seems like a possible line. How'd you like the way that played?
Oh, I thought Huff played well. Nikki's all right on the left. She's played a lot of left. It's the passing that gets a little bit complicated, and just got to work on either that lineup or we just got to get better with another lineup. I'm not sure. All the positions are now under, I guess, evaluation again. Certainly, we've got some time to correct some things. That was a spirited last effort, but we just couldn't convert the big plays.
You said all positions are up. Would that include the setter position?
Well, I think we have to look at the setting position, and Taylor's doing a good job, but we got to look at Kendra's strengths as well. I mean, she gives us a little added dimension there. But like I said, we just got to go back to the practice gym and figure things out.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
All right.
Dave Shoji, head coach of the Rainbow Wahine. Back to you, Kanoa.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Riley Bushler, easy call for UCLA. Season high 18 kills, hit 300 with 11 digs. She was pretty spectacular, Chris. And for Hawaii, Olivia McGill, it's another night at the office. 9 kills, hit a fat 375 with 5 blocks.
Well, UCLA, you got to give them credit for converting there at the end. They had 5 chances for set point there. Hawaii only had 2, so the odds were in the Bruins' favor. As Dave showed you said in that interview, the only thing that's missing from that lineup right now is ball control. It certainly has the size and the firepower to get the job done, because they brought that. They were the reason why Hawaii came back as well as they did from being down almost the entire 4th set. All of a sudden, they come back. They're just bombing away, blocking away, and playing some pretty good volleyball.
That seemed to be the easiest area to pinpoint in terms of a differential between UCLA and Hawaii tonight. It was with UCLA's ability to keep sequences alive through, as we mentioned time and time again, Rachel Inoue, Taylor Formico, but as you promptly asserted, Zana Muno, the setter, was fantastic defensively. 42 assists to go along with 20 digs. Oh, she also had 7 kills.
What a night. What a night, the young freshman.
But that said, as much of a potential deficiency Hawaii experienced in either that department or some of the other categories, they still were serving to push this to a 5th set. What does that say about this Rainbow Wahine team?
Well, I think it shows that they're a team in flux. They've only been playing together for a month, as we said earlier. In fact, not even a month. September 9th will be a month. And so they're a team in flux, and they've got a lot of adjustments to make. As Dave showed you said, maybe we're going to go back and reevaluate the positions. It'll be interesting to see what he comes up with, because he's got to find a balance between ball control and size for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about here. And the next tournament is right around the corner. It's going to be a Thursday night opener. So Dave showed you with some decisions to make here in the next 4 days. And
Florida coming to town, 4th ranked team in the country. Actually, they'll be voted number 3 tomorrow because they beat number 3 Texas this weekend. So I think Florida, the number 3 team in the country, will be here. Don't miss it. It'll be fun to watch.
Another test for the Rainbow Wahine. Again, falling for the first time this season. So 5-1. UCLA improves to 4-2. But at the end of the day, it was Hawaii-UCLA, and it gave us reason to get excited yet again. The Bruins get this one and win the title of the Hawaiian Airlines Wahine Volleyball Classic. That will do it for us. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Great work this weekend, my partner. Don't forget about the post-game show. We will see you next time here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Aloha.